Question number one. This is the main sewer coming down. It's 3-inch down to the main outlet to the septic. There is a nice Y fitting here, but it's almost horizontal here. So it's like a sewage slug could come down and back up into here, and potentially through the sump pump ejection line, having a backwash slog of suction column pressure coming back down on the check valve. It's like it's possible for sewage to get down here. So I don't like that. I'm thinking about keeping the Y the way it is and then cutting here and attaching a fitting that goes vertically, raises a fall off point, comes back down and goes that way, so that there is a drop off point where there may be resting water on this side with the check valve down here, but water can drop off down here and a sewage slug can't back up here. Or I'm debating removing that suspicious looking band clamp and then cutting over here somewhere by this brace and then rotating the actual Y connection for the sump pump ejection line vertically. So that's up in the air towards the rafter, coming back down and then connecting to the ejection line for the sump pump. But then I would wonder and worry, would that cause sewer gas to kind of want to hang out and come up here if this were pointed vertically in the air? The check valve and the water in this column of water would probably prevent sewage gas from trying to back up into here because it's all glued tight pipe, gas tight. But it's a wonder to me why that's horizontally coming off of there like that. I don't like that. So I would prefer to get that turned vertical or cut here and then maybe take a fitting like this and point it upwards so I have a drop off. It goes up, over, and back down so that a sewage slog couldn't back up in here. And also I wonder about installing a P-trap somewhere within that line. There is obviously a check valve, but there's no P-trap in this line. And you know, I'm not really sure a P-trap would add much benefit, but I am wondering if my vertical horseshoe style drop off, well, first of all, I know that would help prevent any sewage slog from backing up into here and contaminating this section of line. But I also wonder if there wasn't a P-trap on that line somewhere, if that wouldn't provide some extra safety for that as well. The other thing I'm wondering about is this guy. Now there is a little bit of a Y in here, okay, but a sewage slog, it's the exact same thing I just discussed. A sewage slog could come down this 3-inch stack pipe and then somehow back up or manage to get into here, into this P-trap or in this line. There's a very, very micro Y connection here, not terribly trustworthy like one of these would be. And this line has been spliced on somehow. It's at some point for the resin chamber, water softener resin chamber backwash line. There's a nice unused connection here. I might be able to melt this off with a propane torch and reconnect to that, which looks like a more preferred place to connect that resin tank backwash line because of the way that that drain is going like a solid Y. Perhaps that could be used for something else in the future.